Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and today we'll begin by collecting some stones and water near Osgiliath to clean the statue of the Fallen King. It seems our safest bet is going to the Culverts entry. We're not going into the Culverts again, but that way we can come close to the river and hopefully get everything we need. Oh, I missed the Forge Master. I should be paying him a visit. Oh. Okay, so here on the river, we have an easy way through the west side, so we should be able to explore to our heart's content. But I don't see it. Where am I supposed to go? Where are these rocks supposed to be located? Good question, huh? I'm truly at a loss here. Not sure what I'm missing. Okay, I see something there. Pure stone. Cool. This is one. What else? Okay, there's another stone here. I mean, we're supposed to swim, and how do we climb this? Okay. That's better. Another pure stone. And I don't see it. How am I supposed to get to that place? Okay. Oh, climb. Ah, alright. There's another one there. Which is nice. Now we only need to worry about the water. Of course, by the Dome of Stars, because God forbid we pick up the water from here. I mean, it doesn't have to be the purest water of them all. It only has to be clean enough to cleanse the orc messages on the statue. So I would say this water is good enough, but no. Still gotta go to the Dome of Stars once again for some water. Okay, here we go. So one here. I really would have preferred if we were given something, an item to gather the water and then activate that item whenever we come close to the river. It would have saved us some time. Just a little. But it would make more sense as well. Once again, I'm not sure why we can't pick the water from any other spot. Anyway, back to the crossroads, it seems. But first, now that we're using the milestone, let me take the time to go back to the Forge Master and the Reforge, because I'm not sure how long will it take us to find another Forge Master, so...
Well met. I greet you, friend.
Let us take this. There we go. This should take us through most of the quests we're about to do, hopefully.
Will you help bear my burden, friend?
These stones will do nicely. You have a keen eye. I will give them to the builders. If you would not mind, use some of that water you collected to clean the posts around the crossroads. Then use the remaining water to clean the scrolls from the statue itself. Ah, these posts. Sure. They do change a little. Looking a little bit better, especially towards the base. Yeah, I don't see any other changes above the base, but still looks good enough. How it's supposed to be. Very well. Now, clean the scrolls and filth from the statue. Wait a second. I think we will be able to see better the effect of this from this point. Yeah, the statue finally shines after many years of neglect and vandalism. And I want to take a look at that statue. Yeah. Looks a little bit better. I hope this is enough for the poor king.
Let us hope you bring glad tidings, friend.
Look at that. It were as if the army of the enemy never laid hands upon the statue. Please let Angbor know that we are nearly finished here and might march with the host of the west when they depart. I thank you again for your help. Ah, the statue has come along nicely. I am certain you were a great help and an example to the men. Yeah, I do my best. I truly do. Those shoulders look kinda nice. These ones... Okay, we gotta look these shoulders with black, I guess. These are nice shoulders. They actually looked very similar to the ones the guards in Minas Tirith use. This one's not so much due to the golden linings in there. And the heavy armor too. And... yeah, I think I'm still gonna go with the light armor just in case. While you were working on mending the statue of the Fallen King, I spoke to Mithrandir and Lord Aragorn. They required your assistance on a matter, but would not tell me its nature. Mithrandir would meet you at the road that leads to the Morgul Vale, near to the crossroads, as soon as you are able. Ah, there he is. My friend, I fear while we march north towards the Black Gate, the forces of Minas Morgul may cause trouble by sneaking up and biting at our heels. We must take measures to ensure that this does not happen. Will you accompany us on this small errand? We could use another set of wary eyes and able hands. It is not generally safe or wise to so much as set foot within the Morgul Vale. You're scaring me, yes. What is it? What do you want me to do?
To protect the host of the West, I have taken it upon myself to lead Aragorn and his trusted friend into the Morgul Vale.
Alright, this is exciting, especially because, as I told you on the last episode, this was not the exact map, I believe, in which this quest took place back in the day. Because now we're taking advantage of the fact that this is indeed connecting to the Morgul Vale. So let us see what happens now.
I know not for what purpose these flowers grow here.
Our destination lies further ahead, Beriathan, but I ask that you take a moment to hear my counsel. The flowers that line the road have fallen into some corruption, prey for some dark force. I suggest that we burn these blooms in order to prevent their spread beyond the Vale into Ithilien and Gondor. Burn these noisome blooms, so their evil cannot spread to the others. Yeah, that looks indeed evil, ill, unhealthy, whatever you want to call it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Do not give in to fear. I never do. Or maybe, rarely, I might give in to fear, but there are some things you don't expect. Oh my god, take a look there, Minas Morgul. You definitely could not see Minas Morgul last time I did this quest. I'm sure about that. So this is a good sneak peek of what's to come when you get to Minas Morgul. I love it. So yeah, let us show the enemy we're not afraid of the evil city or its guardians. Oh, my bad. Anyway. These foes will not long stand before us. You can rest assured of that.
Well, that indeed takes care of one problem.
The smoke of their burning is foul, Beriathan, but it will pose less harm than leaving those evil blooms would have done. Let us press forward. The very air of this place is foul, Mithrandir. Are you certain we should come here? Come with me, Beriathan. Aragorn, we will meet you at the bridge. Not for now, my friend. Yeah. Even closer now. This is a good place. Do we have a good angle in here? Not the best. I don't think so. That is the city of Minas Morgul. Once it was Minas Ithil, the Tower of the Moon, but no longer. Do you see the arch structure that crosses the river to the east? That is the bridge we must destroy if we are to keep the foes from the Morgul Vale from crossing into Ithilien. Let us rejoin Aragorn, Beriathan. These lands once belonged to Gondor, but the corruption of Mordor has befouled them. I feel eyes upon us, Beriathan. Remain watchful. Aragorn, we're not alone. Remain on your guard. I feel a watchful presence. It hates us, and it fears us. We must be quick. Stand back. This task is mine to undertake. Yeah, Gandalf do love to destroy bridges. He does love to destroy bridges. It is done. Yeah, I gotta say I think you did a better job this time than the last one. Gandalf agrees.
It is strange, is it not, to think that dark citadel was built by the hands of men.
We must not tarry here. That dark citadel was once Minas Ithil, the Tower of the Moon, but it has not been called by that name for a terrible span of years. It is the fortress of the Nazgul now, and none dare go that way. Thanks to the power and wisdom of Mithrandir, our work this day will make it more difficult for our foes to assail Gondor by this road, and that is a work done well. Done well indeed. So the bridge is destroyed, no evil may come from Minas Morgul towards Gondor, and that's good.
Let us return.
We have done what we could and should tarry no longer. And on that we agree. Yeah, I'm not sure now, I don't remember too well how different was this quest before Minas Morgul was released. I have a feeling, I don't know, I'm not sure because it can go either way. Either the LOTRO team did build the bridge and had a placeholder model for Minas Morgul to finish this quest, or they did something else entirely. It's been so long since I did this quest that I no longer remember, but I enjoy what happens here in the Crossroads because it of course follows the books very closely. It's a relatively short area, but it's packed with things to do. Restoring the statue of the Fallen King, destroying the bridge to the Morgul Vale. Things that needed to be done.
With the bridge in ruins, the threat of those in Minas Morgul is much diminished.
It will be difficult for great numbers to make it across the swift currents of the Morgulduin. I am, however, concerned about these noxious flowers we came across, Beriathan. No good can come of such things. You should speak with that prattling Amborg and let him know that our work here is done. I believe Aragorn is ready to move the forces further north. Yeah, I'm ready to go north. You went to the Morgul Vale and did not invite me? Well, I suppose I had plenty here to oversee and keep busy with, so we shall be on the move again. I must give orders and have my men ready. Yeah, so completed. Quests of Osgiliath and the Crossroads. Loyalty is now level 51. Beriathan, Bridger of War. What else did we get here? It seems that's it. And some runes too. Nice. You have proven yourself a capable adventurer of Ithilien, yeah? What do you need now, Angbor? The road through North Ithilien will be difficult. We must rely on Lord Faramir's rangers to lead us among those hills safely. Why don't you speak with Mavlunk in Osgiliath about this? Alright, back to Osgiliath once again. Seems this will be the last time we come back here, as we will be ready to move towards the north, continue our march north after we talk to Mavlunk. We do need your help. Ah. I didn't realize, but really nice touch. The Rohirrim and the Gondorian side by side. Great.
The earth has reclaimed the deeds of men and orc, fair or foul.
The Rangers of Ithilien are here to do our part in the march. Do you remember Thurindol, do you not? He has been scouting in North Ithilien for some time now. I have arranged for him to meet you near the crossroads. You are to travel with him ahead of the host of the West. First, however, you should speak with Angbor and relay his plans. Thurindol, the name does ring a bell. Not entirely sure. What have we done with him before? He was one of the rangers in Bâr Húrin. Yeah, I remember Thurindol now. Great, I needed that refresher. But now that I remember who we're talking about, I'm really eager to meet him again and see what has been he up to these days. Good, good. I am glad we shall have the rangers for guides. Please go on ahead. I will remain here and make sure all our supplies and men are accounted for and ready to march. We shall meet again soon, I am sure of it. That's it then. Ready to enter North Ithilien at long last. And here we have Thurindol.
Will you help bear my burden, friend?
Beriathan, thank you for meeting me here. Much has happened since you passed through South Ithilien. For our parts, we rangers have ever moved, striking at the enemy where we might. Bâr Húrin, alas, could not be defended and was lost. Men too we have lost, but I shall not dwell on that now. Come, we have much to discuss if we are to shepherd an army through the lands of North Ithilien. It is good to see you again, Beriathan. Even after such a great battle, the memory of your deeds in South Ithilien has not left me or my company. Lord Faramir is safe and heals within Minas Tirith, and my captain Anvorn has returned to the refuge of Henethanun with most of our company. The Dark Lord has not taken his defeat lightly, and he has sent his forces into North Ithilien to strike before the host of the West can reach the Black Gate. My company and I would have much use for a warden of your skill, especially after such a victory has been won against the enemy. There are a few more matters I wish to speak of here, but then I will ask that you meet me at the Baths of Aelin Veren, far to the north along the roadway. Will you aid me, my friend? After the great battle, we had much to consider, my friend. The orcs claimed Bâr Húrin, and from the north, the Kundlar struck and made inroads from Dagorlad. Where the rest that fled that battle have gone, I do not know for certain, but I fear many may have found new refuge within North Ithilien. In these dark times, I count myself fortunate to have your trust, and I give you mine in return. I would ask that you search the shores of the Anduin to the west, the hill top to the north of Bâr Húrin, and the foothills of the Duath, the mountains of shadow, for signs of our foes. When you have finished your patrol, meet me to the north at the old Baths of Aelin Veren, and it is there we shall speak more on what is to be done in the coming days. Do you see what the orcs have done to Ithilien, my friend? They have invaded our lands and burned many of our mighty trees, and yet it was not enough to leave it at that. Dark spires have burst from the earth, and the ground surrounding them suffers from some malady. I have seen the orcs gather beneath them, speaking wildly in their vile tongue and waving their staffs in a frenzy. I do not know what to make of this, Beriathan, but I fear something terrible stirs in Mordor. If we are to keep Ithilien free of foes and the enemy's influence, we must destroy those spires and cast out the orcs. I had thought our foes bested on the fields of the Pelennor, but I am proven wrong, it seems. The Easterlings and Haradrim fought to the last, but many of the orcs did not share their convictions and fled the field. The Anduin is swift and wide, yet. Yes, but even it could not drown them all. To the north, there is a great storm wind that is known as Bâr Húrin, and the orcs have claimed it. We launched an ill-fated attempt to seize it and lost many rangers in the process. Our men were battle-weary and we were foolish to charge headlong into their numbers. The orcs have taken their skulls and now hack away at the surrounding trees with no regard for Gondor's garden. We must rout them before they become a greater threat to the host of the west, and also to avenge my king. Go, Beriathan, and I shall meet you far to the north at Aelin Veren. Cool, plenty of stuff here for us to do. What do we got here? Oh, Aelin. While adventuring in North Ithilien, you have come upon many of the enemy's forces in the old ruins of North Ithilien and in the foothills of the Efelduath. The enemy's forces suffered a setback in Gondor, but the Dark Lord is far from bested. You should defeat the enemy's forces in North Ithilien and make clear the way for the host of the west. Yeah, consider it done. Over here. Oh, I didn't see this guy here. How did I not see him? Yeah, there you go. That'll teach ya. Alright, how many of these spires are we missing still? One more, and I'm not sure, but I think yeah, missed this one. So we can take this out of the tracker and okay, north to Bâr Húrin, it seems. I don't know how many of these flowers should I be picking up. As you explore North Ithilien, it becomes apparent that roadways which were once well-traveled have become overgrown and challenging to traverse. If the host of the West is to pass through these lands, they shall have need of a clearer path. You should clear the roadways of North Ithilien of overgrown branches and aid in the advance of the host of the West. Yeah, okay. Sounds simple enough. Although there are a lot of branches we need to clear. You discover the mangled remains of a ranger who appears to have fallen a great distance. Who? Where? No, I don't see. Oh, oh. Oh, poor guy. So sorry. What happened to you? Who did this? I'll make sure justice is done. Have my word. Okay, it seems these branches are growing all alongside the road towards Bâr Húrin, where the other quest is located. Which is really nice. Convenient, too. Okay. Where else? I don't see any more of those branches. Okay, let us enter here. Let us take care of the quest inside this ruin. Then we'll continue looking. Ruins of North Ithilien, Bâr Húrin. We've discovered Bâr Húrin. Okay. We're to discover also Aelin Veren, Caladwil, Targelon, and Bâr here. Some of those names do ring a bell, not all of them. Ah, Mordor Captain. You don't mind taking care of you. Cool. Destroy some of these axes. I guess at this point it's too much to ask for Doomfold materials. I have already taken the time to master my Anorian crafting, so these materials are still good to have, as there is a huge reputation grind ahead of us that can only be done through crafting. So the more of this we have, the better. But I still would like to get some extra crafting materials from the next tier already. That would be really nice if it were to happen. You have defeated many of the enemy's forces in North Ithilien and made clear the way toward the host of the West. While their numbers will likely return in time, you have routed them for the moment. And we have a new quest. Did as well. Quests of North Ithilien, 1 of 48. So as you see here, we're gonna be spending a lot of time in this area. It's huge. And I do remember there being a lot of quests on North Ithilien. So yeah, this comes as not surprise. Patient, girly, patient. We are making good progress, I think. Buckthorn. Okay, that's a flower, and that's a flower I don't remember seeing that often. So let us see what we got inside this one. Yeah. Kinda nice. Just missing the skulls and the axes at this point. Right? Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Especially because now I have lost my way, not sure where to go. Still missing half of the skull piles and the axes. Around here? Supposedly, but I don't see any. Pile of skulls. Okay. Gotta go up. Okay. Perfect. We found another spot for some of these. Alrighty then. Still funny. Ah, an orcish axe here. Thank you. Axe? Ah. Up here, that's even better. Okay, once again. Ah, still missing 2 more skulls. So I cannot leave this place in here, but those branches should be somewhere around here. Oh, come on. I don't even know who you were, but don't interrupt me, please. I'm in the middle of something here. What do we have here? You've cleared a great deal of overgrown branches and plants from the roadways of North Ithilien. It will make traveling easier in the wilds and aid the host of the West in their advance toward the Black Gate. Okay, skulls. Missing the skulls now. Ah, heavy lavish chest. Okay. Yeah, I do want that one. Another heavy chest. We try and grab that one. Right next to the pile of skulls we're missing too. Very convenient. The hill north of Aelin Veren of Bâr Húrin, which is this one. Climb it, please. A heavy shadow hangs over you, but you cannot spy what might have cast it. Okay. Nighttime doesn't make that any better. Watching over us. Now, just going down to the Anduin, investigate the shore. Aelin Veren, oh my god, it's way to the north. Halfway through between Osgiliath and Ithilien. We'll most likely find a couple quests as we make our way to the north, I presume. You're gonna make me... There's the path back up. Wow, who do we have in here? Is this a camp? Seems to be an Easterling camp. Yeah, Variax, take a look. Ah, Jarl Gurthulin. No battle left to fight. While exploring the shores of the Anduin, you have discovered a company of Variax camped upon its bank. Upon closer inspection, you realize it is none other than Jarl Gurthulin and his men. Despite your terse interactions in Osgiliath, his men do not appear immediately hostile and he gestures for you to approach. Why have you come here? Have you come to test our threats? As I said before, we have no quarrel with Gondor and no quarrel with you. Our only concern now is a swift return to Kent. The supplies you traded in Osgiliath are of great use to us, but the gold should not avail us until we are home and far from the reach of Mordor. The Kundalar know nothing of our plan to return to Kent, and indeed it would be best for the both of us if they did not learn of it. The lord that offered us gold in exchange for our services is an unscrupulous fellow, and I would prefer to keep his attention elsewhere. The orcs and Kundalar that inhabit these lands are no friend of ours, and for that reason we shall keep to the western shores of the Great River. I have a proposal for you, Warden. Keep the Easterlings and orcs distracted, and we shall see you well rewarded. We do not expect to be free of encounters with them, but to have fewer to deal with would be a great boon for my company. Offer me your name and your services, or depart and trouble us no more. You give your name to Jarl Gurthulin, and accept the offer to keep the enemy's forces at bay, knowing that the Rangers work to the same end. Those that seek to deceive my company do not live long enough to realize their mistake. I have not misjudged you, have I? We shall expect to see you again and hear your report near the field of Cormalin. If you do not know it, I would suggest you look for a ring of vibrant trees surrounding a meadow. If beauty were gold, this land would be amongst the richest. Okay, but that's not what we needed to scout here, it seems. The short is littered with the bodies of orcs that drowned while fleeing the battle. Yeah, serves them right. Yeah, okay, it seems we just gotta go now to Aelin Veren. Let us try and do that. I mean, we might still be able to find some landscape quests, but I think we do have enough time for reaching Aelin Veren and finishing Thurindol's quest. So let us try and do that. Oh, there's a warband here. I knew it. Skittering down from the Efelduat, a fell creature has taken refuge under the thick trees of North Ithilien. Named Peter Gall by the Rangers, this massive spider stalks the lands of Ithilien in search of new prey and a new home to grow her brood. You should defeat Peter Gall before her children can overrun North Ithilien. Okay, this is a warband. A fellowship warband? I don't know. We might have some troubles with with the ads. I'm not sure about the ads, but if we can take care of those ads and don't let us be too harmed by the poison, we should be okay. Yeah, you have defeated Bittergall and her brood. Awesome. You have defeated Bittergall and her children and freed the lands of North Ithilien from her grasp. The ranger spoke in whispers of a great spider in the hills of the Efelduat, and perhaps you have done what they feared impossible. Perhaps. And we got and you did warbands of North Ithilien. There are 3 of them, actually. Oknir and Shomushuk. Okay. That's gotta be really simple to do as well. Oknir, warrior of Minas Morgul. I'm not sure where he's supposed to spawn, but yeah, with just 3 warbands, that should prove really simple. What do we have here? This one. No, and this one. Marks and some more extracts. Okay. Once again, let us try to make our way to Aelin Veren. Sun's coming up, and now you can better appreciate how beautiful Ithilien is. Once again, is a land under attack by the enemy. It's lost much of its previous beauty, but even then, even now, you can get a glimpse of how beautiful Ithilien truly is. They don't call it the Garden of Gondor for nothing, after all. And it's a title well deserved. Now just trying to find a path once again. How far are we? Well, still a ways off. Is that Bittergall again? Ocknir, no! Let us try and find him, because he's supposed to be across this shore? Yeah. While patrolling North Ithilien, you have encountered an Olog-hai of Minas Morgul. With no fear of the returned sunlight, this creature poses a grave threat to the Rangers of Ithilien, as well as the host of the West. You should defeat the Olog-hai before your time in North Ithilien is at an end. And I fully intend on doing that. There we go. You have defeated the terrible Olog-hai Ocknir and cleared a path for the host of the West. The Rangers of Ithilien are grateful for your efforts to secure North Ithilien. Oh, we're already 2 Warbands out of 3. Discovered Argelon, so not sure this is tied to a quest or just some exploration, but there's a treasure cache in here. And that is great too. Treasure of North Ithilien. Nothing too big here, but what else do we have here? There are 12 treasures in North Ithilien. We have already found the first one. Once again, we just gotta find the road as we make our way to Aelin Veren. Maybe we can skip the road now. Right. Keep looking. The last one we're missing, Shamushuk. He's almost by Aragorn's camp in the north. So we don't need to worry about that one for the time being. We're back in the road actually. What you can see there in the distance is Aelin Veren. Looks really nice. With all the vegetation growing up in the bats. I think that's a very nice looking location, and we're almost there. Gotta talk to Thurindol about it, what we have done so far in the North Ithilien. Discovered Aelin Veren, and here we have Thurindol. Snakes in the trap? Okay. As you journey through North Ithilien, you come upon a curious sight. A group of Rangers of Ithilien holding 4 Haradrim as prisoners. The Rangers of Ithilien have never been known to take prisoners, so perhaps there is a reason that this party of Haradrim has been spared. You should find the captain of the Rangers at Aelin Veren and speak to him about the Haradrim.
Will you hear my plight?
While I am gladdened that many orcs failed in their crossing of the Anduin, I fear we will not soon see the last of the enemy's raids under terrible flying beasts. We shall have to use greater caution in our movements, lest we be discovered from above. For my part, I am glad that you remain hidden from their sight, my friend. I shall bring these tidings to Captain Amvorn at Henethanun.
What tidings do you carry this day?
So it is done? Fine work, my friend. The orcs burned many of the trees near the crossroads, but none thought to poison the earth like those defilers. In time, Ithilien has always healed its ills. Let us hope this time is no different. Oh, what do we have here? Completed! Friends! A friend to the host of the West. And yeah, that's basically it, what we got in here. So we can now barter for some of the travel skills. Next time we have the chance, we're going to do that. Here is the new deed we just unlocked. The deed we just completed. Title and vendor discount and some LOTRO points. You know the drill by now.
The earth has reclaimed the deeds of men and orc, fair or foul.
I mourn my fallen brothers, and it wounds me greatly to know their deaths could have been prevented. You have avenged them, my friend, and that is all I can ask. This war has worn us all to the point of breaking, and I fear much of it still lies ahead. Beriathan, soon I shall show you the way to Ithilien, and then you shall truly be one of our number. For those of us that remain to stand against the enemy, we must remain united and trust in our fellows.
Will you help bear my burden, friend?
I am glad you have come as I asked, Beriathan. Some of my brethren here appear to have captured a band of Southrons. I cannot understand their purpose in doing so, as the Rangers do not often permit prisoners, or even guests. I trust that there is wisdom in their actions, but I do not have time to remain here and investigate further. Instead, I leave that task to you. I must return to my captain Aelin Veren and tell him of the many things I have witnessed in Ithilien and on the Pelennor. I shall continue onward to Ithilien, and when you are ready, you should follow in my path. Head north along the roadway, and I will guide you to the refuge. Alright, I think, I'm not entirely sure, but I think there should be another treasure cache somewhere around these bats. But once again, I'm not 100% sure on that. I think we'll get a chance to explore this building and hopefully find what there is to be found. So here we have the Rangers that have the Haradrim captive. And the captain of this man, Maendal. It seems there is much for us to investigate in here, but that, however, will have to come on the next episode. For the time being, thank you so much for watching today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.